Hello, we are on West Side Drive, West Side Road. It's Driver Road, one or the other. West Side, definitely Forest Road 90, heading up the mountain, the Sacramento Mountains in the Lincoln National Forest near Cloudcroft, New Mexico. To access this road from the direction I have, you take Highway 82 from Alamogordo and head up the Sacramento Mountains towards Cloudcroft, but start looking for West Side on the right-hand side of the road as you're heading uphill towards Cloudcroft, somewhere near Mountain Park High Rolls. You can also Google it, I'm sure. That's what I did to find this. And right, for the first 12 miles, it's very easy driving. Once, at least this day when I was here on August 4th, which is the first time I discovered this, drove it, that is. On August 4th, it was really rutted out once you got to around mile marker 13. Oh, gosh. And this road goes on for 30 miles. And for about the next 15 miles, it was rutted, rough, hard going. So if you're going to go beyond mile marker 13, I would definitely suggest a truck. Before that, it's smooth sailing, very nice. Here we're coming to where the county maintenance ends, and then it's just Forest Road 90 continuing to go on. I returned here again on my husband's birthday, which is September 4th, 1 month later, but I accessed this road from a different way. You can also access it from the Tiburon Highway, where you go from Cloudcroft to Tiburon. Just a few miles before you enter Tiburon, on the right-hand side, you will see a sign that says West Side Drive and a bunch of little mailboxes. Right now, we're looking at White Sands National Park, down in the desert in the Tularosa Basin. Just one of many splendid views you see on this road. I will be showing you some really marvelous campsites I came across, totally free, dispersed camping, with easy access and plenty of room if you have an RV, if you have a big group of people. All I ask is please, please, please drown your campfire with water. What do you think about that, Jack? Oh, look, here's a real pool. No fish. Rats, no fish. You want to drink water from there? I brought you some water, but I know what you can be like. Hey, buddy, come here! Buddy, come look at this! But that crow is very upset that the dogs are here. Maybe upset I'm here, too. Come here, buddy, look!
What do you think? Yeah, it's marsh. Yeah, look at this. Water up in the mountains. What do you think? I knew you'd like that. I knew you'd like walking. You want to get in that, Chuck? You want to do what Buddy did? No? Marshland. I'll bet even Sissy can get across. Come on, let's try. Oh, look at those muddy feet. I know somebody who's going to have to get a bath. Look at that. You're getting a bath, Buster. Somebody came up here with a bunch of horses. If you get this camping site, yeah, look at all this hay. And there's their little haystack there for next time they come up. Really, really nice. Oh, Buddy, don't wee-wee on it. I don't know why they have a gate there, because this is open to the road. Lots of places to camp around here. We're at almost roughly the 10-mile mark on Forest Road 90. You know, if you don't know the animal you're hunting, that's pretty damn stupid. They've obviously had problems, so they've put up a sign for the morons who don't know what they're doing. Trails. I'll bring the dogs on these trails when it's cooler. Have this to remind me of what's here. Come back when it's a little bit cooler. Look, that's pretty. There are so many splendid views that I've seen. Look at this. Pretty flowers. Now look at this plant. What's it doing? Has yellow in the middle. And then this lovely white. Oh, and there's some kind of insect there who likes it. Hello, insect. Bee. I'm sorry to disturb you. How about that? It hasn't budded out completely. It's got a lot more. Some kind of high desert plant. I've seen them along the roadsides. I just love this place. First time ever here. I wish I had known it when my mother was alive, but I took her to a lot of places up here. She was the sort who liked... I am not introverted, but I'm not an extrovert either. My mother was. And I mean, she wanted to go and do and see all the time. I found it tiring. I'm very happy to be a homebody and venture forth every few days. I don't have to go out and see things daily. She did. Look, here's another trail. At any rate, so I would take her on all these little trips in the mountains. I wish I had known about this then. Some of these beautiful pull-outs to see these views. I love views, and she would have enjoyed it too. But I can comfort myself in knowing that I did take her to plenty of places that had views off the beaten path. And she enjoyed those times. But just to know about another one, this is one that I didn't know about, and I would have loved to have brought her. Someone smoking a cigarette and left their butt there. That's the only trash really I've seen. But as of now, the Lincoln National Forest does allow campfires, but do be careful and be sure to drown your fire out completely. You need to drown your campfire. This is another great place to camp. And of course, boondocking. You can be in the shade. You have a water source like where I was with the dogs if you want to Berkey your water. Want to Berkey some water? There's your water source. Otherwise, you do have to pack in all your water and your food. Here's that storm front that I drove us out of. From where we are, let's see, where would my place be? Well, my place is being rained on right now. It's way, way back there. Many miles. That's why I brought the dogs on a trip today, because I wanted to get them away from the storm and have a little bit of fun. We've gone past Sunspot. According to the map, it should hook up. Oh, look, can you see that rainbow at all? My grandmother Kitty loved rainbows. She always talked about how that was God's promise never to destroy the earth by flood again. Look, this is a nice area to come out and camp too. You can drive it down that way if you wanted to. But look at that rutty road. More places to camp. Now, we should be hooking up to the paved highway that goes to Tiburon pretty soon. I stopped at my map to look at it. Look at this road. This is even worse. My word. Look at these ruts. It's nice out here. Really nice. We're on the southern tip of the Sacramento Mountains, just about. Just about. Not quite, but just about. Another nice camping area. And it's so quiet. Now look at this garbage. Beautiful area, and what do human beings do? What the heck? A refrigerator. A small refrigerator, human beings dump it out here. Who in the world thought that the thing to do was to bring a refrigerator out here, and of course the other people coming by put bullet holes in it? Man, I can't stand my species. Embarrassed to death by my species. We really are the scourge of the planet. Now somebody decided to dump their rug out here. Well, you know, oh, look at this. Bud Light. Why is it always... Oh, and Michelob Ultra. That is not the way to tend to your campfire, jerks. Disgusting. Plastic bottle over there. And this is carpet. Well, we must be getting pretty close to Tiburon. I'm not saying Tiburon people did this. What I mean is that we must be getting pretty close to Tiburon, because then that means people are going to be not far and coming to a campground. Free camping, and then they trash it up. You've seen some really clean camping spots that I've shown you on this trip. That means, well, obviously somebody had horses and were camping out there. Whoever those people were, they were clean. They picked up after themselves. This is cleaner, but it still has a plastic bottle in it. Humans. Another pretty camping area. I think these are cherries. Just getting started. They're good even little. Boy, howdy. Those are good. Whatever it is, it's delicious. I don't think it's ready to be... I mean, if they're cherries, they have to get a lot bigger. Not sure what these are. These are pretty. I like them. Come here, Buster. Come here, buddy. Let me take this bell off you for a second. Let's quiet that down. Well, at least that one's clean. More fire rings. I want you to notice how quiet it is. If it weren't cloudy at night camping here, you would see the stars like you wouldn't believe. You can hear a pin drop. It is so quiet. Hi, horny toad. Nice to see you. Hi. He went walking by. Hi, horny toad. Can we take a good look at you? Look at you. Aren't you cute? I won't touch you or pick you up. I don't pick them up or touch them. I don't think they like that. Sure is nice to see you.
The horny toad area that we were just visiting was after going through about 15 miles of rutted, rough road. So if you want to reach the horny toad area and where those delicious, I guess cherries, whatever they are, were, you would have to take the road from the Tiburon area. Now what we're on now, we're still on West Side Drive, West Side Road, Forest Road 90, and we're still just climbing. You keep climbing and climbing until finally you come out on the road to Tiburon, the highway, paved highway to Tiburon. Being the first time I'd ever taken this road, I really didn't know how much further I would have to go. The trip took me about 3 hours because I would make stops for the dogs and look at things. I've shortened this trip down a lot. See this cut in the mountain here? Now that's where we're going to be climbing and climbing, and then we get to this splendid lookout. I no longer drive at night after dark. Since my elk crash, which happened at night, I do not drive after dark, and it's getting later in the day, and I don't stop at the lookout that we'll come to in a second. But I take note of it and think, okay, I'm coming back here on my husband's birthday, September 4th, which would be a month away. And I made a video of that. I think I titled it On the Edge of a Mountain. I'll put a link to it or whatever, so you can actually get a chance to see the splendid views from the end of this west side road. And again, I must say, through much of this drive, there are lovely lookouts all over West Side Drive. Just be prepared. Take a truck. I never needed to use my four-wheel drive, so I don't think you need four-wheel drive, really, unless it's raining or unless there's a big mud puddle. Then you could get stuck, and you could be stuck for quite a while. The drop-off to the right is quite a drop-off, and there are no guardrails. So pretty soon I start hugging the mountain because I do not want to fall off the edge of this mountain. I only came across one other driver during this long trip, a couple of guys in a big, huge truck. We navigated passing each other on a very narrow stretch of this road further on back behind me. That was something else. Otherwise, I didn't come across another human being. So you have a lot of privacy here. I did not check to see if cell phone service works out here. It probably does not, though. Much of the mountain doesn't have cell phone service in it, so come prepared to take care of yourself if your vehicle breaks down, something bad happens. I mean, be prepared when you go on these long, out-of-the-way trips. But it's well worth the views you see and just the isolation and solitude and beauty. This is a beautiful, beautiful area of the Sacramento Mountains. One of the most splendid I have ever seen. Here we approach the summit of West Side Drive with the absolutely spectacular views. It's getting dark. I don't drive these mountains after dark, not since my elk crash. No way. So elk and deer, they just get on the mountain and hang out. They run out in the road. They don't know what they're doing, and it's way too easy to crash with one of them, so I do not stop and get out. I wanted to, but it's getting dark. I'm going to get home before it's pitch black dark. So I made note to come back here a month from now for my husband's birthday on September 4th, and I did. I'll put the link to that because you'll see the absolutely splendid, spectacular views. Now here is where West Side Drive intersects with the paved highway between Cloudcroft and Tiburon. If you access West Side Drive from this route, you'll get to that spectacular vista within a couple of miles. Drive safely. Enjoy yourself up here. Bye-bye.